here with a ready-made speech, which has been prepared by my team, so I will be forced to read this, but allow me to interpret in between whatever I would like to share. I come before you not just as a minister representing Mizoram, but as somebody who deeply rooted in a state that is rich in spirit, culture, and community, but often overlooked when it comes to corporate social responsibility interventions. A state that is small in geography, but boundless in potential. Let me begin with a simple truth. I'm sorry to say this morning that, Hekani, she has represented the whole northeastern states. So allow me to represent Mizoram. Mizoram probably received the least amount of CSR investment among the northeastern states. And yet it is a place where even a modest intervention can create extraordinary impact. Before I continue, let me put things in perspective. Dwarka in Delhi houses similar population to the entire state of Mizoram. That shows how small we are in terms of population. But I used to say that now I'm looking after a constituency in Mizoram, in Aizawl, of course. But when I go to a smaller village, even a 100 houses village, they need a school, they need a health care, they need water, they need power. It is expensive from the part of the government to look after this small village. But they all need those kind of necessities. That is why this morning I am here trying to explain how small northeastern states are. But the needs are the same, comparatively speaking, with the bigger states. Hence, in a large metro or a district, in one of the big states, a CSR investment of, say, rupees 1 CR might barely register. It may be a drop in the ocean. But in Mizoram, with a population of about 12 lakh people currently, rupees 1 CR is not just a number, it is a wave. Every rupee of CSR spent in Mizoram has the power to make long-lasting impact. In Mizoram, the waves created by CSR investments can transform the entire communities, shift opportunities for generations, and leave a lasting legacy for both the people and the contributing organizations. This presents a remarkable opportunity for companies and industries that are genuinely looking to make a meaningful difference. In Mizoram, CSR does not get lost in scale. It creates stories of transformation that are visible, measurable, and inspiring. We are not asking for charity this morning, we are asking for partnership. Together we can prove that small states can produce big results. Recognizing the need to streamline CSR efforts from outreach to execution, the government of Mizoram has created a dedicated CSR cell within the Chief Minister's office. Personally, the Chief Minister himself monitored this CSR cell. It also serves as the single point of contact for any organization or individual interested in partnering with the state through CSR. A dedicated contact line and email have been established to facilitate direct engagement, ensuring that outreach is met with prompt, informed, and coordinated response. I'm happy to share that two members of this cell are present with us today. They are here to network and share contact details and assist you in whatever interest you have in the state of Mizoram. And we are not stopping here. The state government is in the final stages of launching a CSR matchmaking platform called Mizoram CSR Connect, an AI-based interactive digital tool that will connect companies with investable projects, verify local partners, and real-time progress dashboards. This platform is designed to make CSR in Mizoram not just easier, but smarter, more transparent, and more impactful. This is a joint initiative by the government of Mizoram and the UNDP. I'm also pleased to share that Mizoram has now institutionalized a dedicated mechanism to receive and deploy CSR contributions with transparency and impact. The Chief Minister Charitable Trust has been formally established and is fully compliant with national CSR norms, including CSR 1 registration. This marks a significant milestone in our journey towards structured, accountable, and mission-driven partnerships. My official this morning would be happy to share further details with you. Mr. Ganeshwar Singh was mentioning about why not invest in Northeast. And Hekanis has mentioned about how small we are getting from the companies and the PSUs. I'm also looking after sports and youth services. In the recent meeting, our Honorable Minister Mansukh was mentioning about one corporate, one sport. And I asked him, so why not one corporate, one state? And say that we will work on that. Mr. Ganeshwar was talking about the impact. How impactful this kind of investment can bring to a small state in the northeastern region. Let me also take a moment to acknowledge the excellent work being done by the CII in Mizoram. In recent months, CII has actively engaged with our local ecosystem, delivering high-impact programs that speak to both relevance and reach. Recently, they organized a state-level workshop of income tax returns and GST, and also 3-day CSR capacity building workshops for the NGOs, which I myself attended as in the closing event. Looking ahead, CII is preparing to launch a training program on artificial intelligence for the MSMEs, targeting around 300 participants in Mizoram. In fact, I would like to propose that the CII industry considering organizing a dedicated CSR conclave in Mizoram. Such an event would bring national and regional CSR leaders in our hills, showcase live project sites, deepen understanding of local needs, and catalyze stronger partnerships. There is no substitute for standing in the very land you plan to support. Seeing the terrain, meeting the community, and feeling the urgency in person transforms CSR from an abstract idea into a shared reality. So if there is any such opportunity arising in the future, the government of Mizoram would more than willing to host such conclave in our state. The government of Mizoram stands ready to collaborate with CII, offering logistical support, facilitating stakeholder engagement, and sharing local expertise within the limits of our available resources. Together, we can create an immersive platform that highlights Mizoram's potential and drives tangible, lasting impact. I also urge you to look at Mizoram not as a remote corner of India. Mizoram is only 2.5 hours away from Delhi airport. It is only 14 minutes from Kolkata airport. We have daily flights. If you look at the map, you can see that Mizoram and the other northeastern states, they are on the eastern side of Bangladesh. It looks very far. But it is only, under 60 minutes away from Kolkata airport, all these northeastern states. We have to think it that way. Don't think that Northeast is far away from the rest of the country. Today I would like to share one of the ambitious visions that Mizoram is pursuing, one that blends sports with skill development. We see these two are not separate domains, but complementary forces that shape discipline and employability. I've already presented to the skill minister that we want to integrate sport as skill. If you look at the government of India, we don't have much fundings in sports, but we have plenty in skill. But sport is very much a part of skill. We have to look at it that way. This vision takes on even greater significance today as India is preparing its bid to host 2036 Olympics. Mizoram is determined to be a proud contributor to this national aspiration. With our passion for sports, our natural talent, and our youthful demographic, We aim to nurture world-class athletes who can represent India and excel in the Olympic 2036. But beyond medals, our proposal is about integrating Mizoram's sports vision into nation's larger skill development framework. If you look back 2024 Paris Olympics, we ended up with 0 gold medal. So I say, if we practice the same way, if we follow the same principle, the result will not change. There has to be change in the way we take up sports. We invested heavily in sport, but getting 0 medal, to be very honest, is embarrassing. So if we really want to change and host 2036 Olympics, there has to be change in the way we look at the grassroots, sports investment. These are the areas in which the companies and the PSUs can invest in the region in sports. We want Mizoram to serve as a benchmark, a blueprint for how sports and skills can be integrated into a single ecosystem of empowerment. We believe this model can be replicated across other states, creating a strong and sustainable pipeline of athletes, skilled youth and leaders for the future of India. I'll take one example this morning. Mizoram, the population of Mizoram is 0.09% of the entire population of the country. But when it comes to football, Indian Super League, we produce 12.5% of the players. And when it comes to I-League, that is the second highest football league in the country, 15% of the players are coming from Mizoram. I'm sorry that I don't have the data with me which will support my speech much stronger. I wind up my speech, may I also express my hope that these CSR events never become placeholders, events in name only, but that concrete actions and tangible outcomes emerge from our discussions. I invite all companies present to leverage the readiness and capability of the government of Mizoram, assured of our full partnership at every step to transform plans into practice. Let us build a CSR ecosystem that is not just about compliance, but about compassion. Not just about ticking boxes, but about transforming lives. Thank you once again for this opportunity.
Thank you, Umar, for your address.
Ladies and gentlemen, it indeed is my privilege to join you today for the second edition of the Northeast CSR Connect. Let me at the outset extend my heartfelt congratulations to CII for bringing this platform to life. It's inspiring to see such a diverse gathering of government representatives, industry leaders, NGOs, and civil society, all united by one goal, which is to drive meaningful change in the Northeast. The Northeast is a land rich in culture, immense in beauty, extraordinary in potential. Our 8 states of the region have been given the title of Ashtalakshmi of our India, each state representing a treasure trove, together forming a powerhouse of potential. Over the last 11 years, the region under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has not only aligned with India's vision of global economic leadership, but has also outpaced the national and international growth rate, registering an impressive CAGR of 10.8% over the last 8 years, against the national average of 8.1% and the global average of 2.9%. This progress was further strengthened at the Rising Northeast Investor Summit, with an unprecedented 4.3 lakh crore worth of investment interest, setting the stage for the Northeast to become India's next economic powerhouse. The task before us now is to ensure that this momentum translates into inclusive and sustainable growth. And recognizing this, the government led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has carefully studied the unique challenges of the Northeast through committees, commissions and task forces and identified key areas requiring intervention. Delegated mechanisms as the 10% gross budgetary support allocation by central ministries demonstrates the whole of government approach to development. States have also stepped up with logistic policies and investment promotion agencies, ensuring that the Northeast is ready to embrace investment, trade and innovation. It is in this context, corporate social responsibility has emerged as a vital tool to mobilize corporate resources, expertise and innovation to address issues of healthcare, education, livelihoods and environmental sustainability. Across India, CSR spend has grown significantly, with listed companies increasing their contributions by 16% to almost 18,000 crores in FY24. These funds are driving projects in education, healthcare, rural development and environmental conservation. And they improve community infrastructure, living standards, empower marginalized groups, generate employment, and at the same time reduce disparities. In doing so, they strengthen the economic and social fabric of our nation while enhancing the skills and purchasing power of local communities. And this is precisely why the Honorable Prime Minister's vision of Viksit Bharat places CSR at the heart of India's growth story. As we aspire for a Viksit Bharat by 2047, CSR will be pivotal in eradicating poverty, empowering farmers and women, and equipping youth with skills for the future economy. For the Northeast, with its unique culture and strategic location, CSR offers a chance to bridge gaps and build strengths. And I see three critical areas where this contribution can be transformative. First, infrastructure and basic services, where corporates can support healthcare, sanitation, education, and digital connectivity, particularly in remote border areas. Second, livelihoods and skills, sports promotion, entrepreneurship programs which can prepare youth for the future while preventing migration. And third, and most important, I believe, environmental sustainability. Protecting diversity, bio, and other, promoting green industries can make the Northeast a model of sustainable growth. I believe that all of you gathered here will inspire success stories which we will all share in the future. But we must also acknowledge that our journey is only beginning. CSR today should no longer be a regulatory obligation. It should be a catalyst for transformation, particularly when NGOs are empowered as active partners. NGOs are the foot soldiers, the implementers on the ground. Their capacity and resources must be strengthened so that every initiative is sustainable and impactful. And in this spirit, CSR has to be reimagined not merely as corporate social responsibility, but to catalyze sustainable resurgence, where companies, NGOs, and both state and central governments come together to design initiatives that are scalable, that are resilient, and that are sustainable over the long term. This approach ensures that the change we create in the Northeast is not temporary, but a foundation for generations to build upon. In my capacity as the Minister of Donor, I commit to working hand in hand with all of you to promote meaningful CSR. The Donor Ministry will actively collaborate with CII to share best practices, new ideas, and emerging trends to accelerate the region's growth. This conclave is a unique opportunity for all. Together, let us commit to transform obstacles into stepping stones and shape a brighter, more inclusive and developed Northeast by 2047. I once again congratulate and thank CII for organizing this important gathering and wish the second edition of the Northeast CSR Connect great success. Jai Hind.
Before I get
Years we are celebrating. This is the day where what we do, good projects, and this is a platform. Not only the projects, we try to reimagine what is the future of CSR. So 6th and 7th October, this is the CSR day. Generally it is on 2nd October. This time the Sara is there. So we are having CSR day. This is in Asoka Hotel. And why I wanted to announce this year, we have given the theme Tribes. And where aspirational districts from Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and all our northeastern states, I will request honorable ministers, the bureaucrats and civil society. Garima Dadesh is the coordinator. So we will be happy to have a full session. 2 days conference is there. So all private sector companies, public sector, they are all coming. So if we have a session on northeast, so it aligns with the thing. This is one. Second, I will request, because going through the presentation, can we think of something as public sector is deciding every year theme? Can we think of something this year as from advisory for CII, it's a voluntary, we should focus on Northeast. And we should also set up a task force, because there is a data. Throughout the India, 80% expenditure of CSR is from private sector. In Northeast, 80% is from public sector. How we can reverse this trend? And by setting up task force, finding out, nudging them as a theme, every year the theme is there. Sir, I just wanted to tell you, in CSR, when the rules were drafted, we were mindful of the fact only for sports we allow some foreign expenditure. You can take advantage of that. All northeastern states in CSR rule, no foreign expenditure is allowed on foreign coaches to develop your capacity. Thank you so much.
Let me just thank all of you for spending time. I just don't want to go through the scripted speech here, but let me start by acknowledging